Hello everybody and welcome to The Tube. What's on tonight? Well, some iOS 9, some tech for the elderly, Amazon's new tablet, some Elon Musk realness, and more. Press play and make my day. Well, it was a tough weekend for Apple. Dozens of iOS apps in Apple's App Store were infected with malware in recent days, including hugely popular Chinese social networking apps, in what appears to be a first major case of hackers breaching Apple's highly controlled mobile software ecosystem. Apple said Sunday it had removed from the App Store the apps that were known to include the malicious code, but not before apps like WeChat, which has hundreds of millions of Chinese users, had been distributed with malware that could attempt to steal users' passwords and other informations. WeChat, which has more than 500 million users, said its app was affected by the issue, but that it had already fixed the problem earlier this month. But if you use WeChat, upgrade it right now. According to Palo Alto Networks, a security company that discovered the glitch, the malware could potentially promote users to enter passwords and then steal them. WeChat had a really good year up until, well, now, growing its user base outside of China. Here's a reminder of WeChat trying to reach broader audiences.
We find our adventurer at the beginning of his journey. Like any well-prepared traveler, he uses WeChat to stay connected with friends and family, to document the expedition that lies ahead. The desert. Nothing but an oversized sandbox for this adventurer. That's quite the raspberry.
Dude, get that checked out.
Do your worst, Jack Frost.
Right?
My God.
And on safari, beware the mating rituals of the male cheetah.
How fast go, cheetah!
Way to go, champ. You made it to the top. What better way to inform your friends than by sharing a moment? Whatever your adventure.
One of the features introduced in this week's newly released version of Apple's mobile operating system, iOS 9, is the ability for users to use ad block apps on mobile websites. Apple said it added it to help users surf the mobile web faster. Little did Apple know a war on content will begin. Ad blocking apps have surged to the top of Apple's paid iPhone app chart in the US just days after the release of iOS 9. As of Monday morning, ad blocking apps accounted for 2 of the top 5 paid apps, such as Crystal, that's now on your screen. The biggest success story was an app called Peace by co-creator of Tumblr Marco Arment, but after being the most downloaded app over the weekend, Arment decided to pull the app off of the App Store, saying it doesn't feel right. The media industry has been complaining about ad blocking apps for years now, saying it is a real danger to the business of media outlets which rely on ads to make them money while they give out their content for free. This war has just begun. We'll keep you updated. Now, usually when we think about people over 70, we think most of them don't use technology or even like it that much. Aging 2.0 wants to change exactly that. So this month, the organization is traveling to 30 cities in 30 days to find startups to cater to the elderly. Based in San Francisco, Aging 2.0 supports tech entrepreneurs that serve the needs of older adults. Called 30 in 30 in 30, next month's tour was organized with Google for entrepreneurs, and today, on Monday, the tour arrived here in Israel. The event in Israel was arranged by Tech for Good, an accelerator for startups that have a social agenda. The winner of today's pitch was a company called E2C that makes smartphones for the elderly. We'll talk with the organizers and the winners, but first, here is E2C's basic smartphone.
Introducing Basic Smartphone, the all-new revolutionary smartphone for senior citizens. Uniquely developed senior-friendly touch buttons to avoid misclicks and misdials. One-stop, easy-to-access message center. One-stop, easy-to-access picture center. Safety features for added security. And remote capabilities for the young generation's peace of mind.
Can you reach the phone?
The basic smartphone is designed to take an active role as a personal aid and companion for its owner. A whole new world is out there.
With me in the studio are Nir Shimoni, CEO of Tech for Good, and Amir Alon, CEO of E2C, today's winners. Good evening.
Good evening.
So, Nir, let's start with you. Tell me about Tech for Good.
Tech for Good is an organization that is trying to harness the Israeli high-tech's entrepreneurial DNA to tackle social issues that are common to other countries, not just to Israel. These are startups that have a valid business model, but also generate social impact.
Okay, and now there was this event, 30 and 30 and 30. How did you come to cooperate with them?
All right. One of the agendas that our accelerator is dealing with is the aging population and the quality of life of our grandparents. And we joined Aging 2.0 in their global efforts to find innovative solutions for the aging population. And we were hosting today their competition here in Tel Aviv. And it was a very exciting event. It was very exciting to see dozens of Israeli entrepreneurs coming and trying to tackle not just gaming, cyber, and banking issues, but also issues that have to do with our parents and grandparents.
We really love here tech that matters. Amir, we're going to talk to you in a minute because you're the winner. But just tell me, what else did you see in the event? What was going on?
I think we saw that first there are entrepreneurs that come with a personal story. Amir will talk about his in a second, but tech-wise, what we saw is lots of sensoring going on, wearables that have to do with monitoring certain parameters and alerting when an aging person is under stress. This is one thing. Second is aggregative data, collecting and analyzing and coming up with great solutions to common problems that that old people are facing.
Well, so Amir, hello, good evening.
Nice to meet you.
So tell me a little bit about E2C.
E2C vision is to improve the day-to-day life of the senior citizen by taking the latest technologies, like everything that we are using and our kids are using, like smart TVs, like tablet that we launched a few weeks ago, like wearable devices that are starting to be more and more popular, and our flagship product, our smartphone for seniors. The idea, everything started when I was visiting my grandma every few days or few weeks, and I show her my pictures from Facebook, WhatsApp, etc. And I print her a picture once a holiday to her fridge, and it was like something that was keeping her alive for few more months until the next picture I print her. And then I realized something needs to be changed, and this is why we established E2C. And the way we're doing it is, it's now my grandma can get pictures or video without even understanding how it's getting inside. She call it the magic, because for her, by the magic, she's getting pictures and videos.
So, to help me understand, it's the whole smartphone, or is it an app for an existing smartphone?
No, it's not an app. What we are doing, we have a cooperation with the manufacturer. In Israel, we have cooperation with the LG, that together with them, we're selling a product. They bring the hardware, I bring the software. We created kind of Android for seniors. And once you open the package, this is what you get out of the box. Everything is ready for the senior, nothing to download. Everything is using the long click to avoid a misclick by the senior, which is one of the most biggest challenges of the seniors. This is the idea.
Misclick? What's a misclick?
Misclick, it means that they dial by mistake, they call by mistake, or they send a message by mistake. Now everything is easier. They don't need to worry about it. They don't need to fight with a smartphone. They can be happy with a smartphone.
You know, it's funny that I haven't heard. I'm doing a tech show here for more than 2 years. We haven't heard a lot about the elderly, and I'm assuming it's a very big market. There's lots of, business potential there. How can you explain that people are not fighting over this market?
So this is correct. Seniors are about 17% of the population. It's the fastest growing age segment in the world right now. And you are correct that most companies are not focused on the seniors. The opposite, they are focusing on our age and even more on our kids because the money is there. And most companies trying to avoid and even to escape from from this area. And this is why Tech for Good and also E2C are trying to focus on this kind of population, because we understood that there is an opportunity here as a business and also doing something good for the society.
And from your experience, in the end, the elderly, they get it? They like it? Can they like their smart gadgets?
We have 10,000 of customers using the smartphone. Most of them has a feature phone before that, kind of a Nokia phone before that. Mm-hmm. Some of them had a regular iPhone or Samsung, but they couldn't do anything about it. They just hate it. And suddenly they love it. It's actually a game changer, a life changer. Suddenly you can surf the internet, you can play games, you can watch video, you can watch YouTube without even understanding it's a YouTube. Mm-hmm. Who cares? They watch a video. They listen to a music, they listen to the radio.
You don't need to understand what's behind it, just to click and for it to happen.
Exactly.
So now that you've won, what's next?
Now we are trying to copy our success from Israel to the outside of Israel to the world area, in particular to the US market. We have already cooperation with the two manufacturers, and hoping that this success will also help us to get into the US market, which is very hard.
Okay, lovely. Well, congratulations for your win, and thank you for being here, both of you. Continue doing Tech for Good. It's good and important. Okay, we're moving on. Over the weekend, Amazon announced its new competitor on the tablet field, and it's the cheapest tablet yet. It's a 7-inch quad-core tablet for a mere $50. In fact, Amazon is so convinced of this inexpensive Fire tablet's role as a utility that it's offering it in a 6-pack. Buy 5 and you'll get the 6th tablet free. Like some of its past products, Amazon.com is subsidizing the tablet by showing you ads on the lock screen. Amazon also introduced a new Fire TV streamer, but it's more of an upgraded version of the streamer the company released last year. With one big change, it will support 4K videos. Just over 2 years ago, CEO of Tesla Motors and SpaceX, Elon Musk, published a document online called Hyperloop Alpha, proposing a new high-speed, zero-emission alternative to long-distance air travel. The plan involved sending passengers and cargo capsules down a sort of, tube. Now that dream is starting to get into a reality. A company called Hyperloop Technologies is working on an $80 million investment, and people from the company met with Musk about its plans to build a 3-acre campus outside downtown LA. The company also announced it has hired Rob Lloyd, former president of Cisco, to be the new CEO. The company also released a video detailing its plans, and here it is.
Hyperloop's a 5th mode of transport. We're building a full-length tube between any two destinations, and then we'll send things really, really fast through it.
Hyperloop's going to allow people to travel from Los Angeles to San Francisco in 30 minutes.
Our target pod speed is around 750 miles per hour.
It's going to bring the world closer together.
Live anywhere, work anywhere, and be anywhere.
Change the way that people interact with other people.
We're all about speed. We build things faster than any other team does in the world.
This is what engineers are designed to do, push the boundaries.
When you get this many smart people together in a room, great things come out of it.
And it's not in some large timeline.
This is a reality.
This is a reality. Now, remember Google Deep Dream, the algorithm that helps Google image search understand what it is seeing, that also turns pictures into a deep dream tripping experience? Well, some nice people have made a supermarket trip with a filter of Deep Dream, and the result is, as always, just out of this world. And in your dream, you shall see a dog. That's it. Show's over. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new show of The Tube. Our website is i24news.tv. All of our shows, including this one, will be there online. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.